Steve, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, what's up, everybody? Sorry I haven't been here in a while. Literally, when people say they are busy, they got things going on, that's not my excuse. My excuse is I'm so sleepy. I'm so tired. My hours are, listen, all those videos I was doing about a year or two ago, I wasn't working. That's right. I got laid off on my job, so I wasn't working. I could do 2 or 3 videos a day. Now to do a video is like, do I sleep or do I do a video? Do I sleep so I can be awake at work or do I do a video? That's what's boiling down to. So I'm trying to get some videos out there, but anyways, so first off I want to say congratulations to CoinOp TV, CoinOp TV for 100,000 subscribers. Can we give him a round of applause? Much love, well deserved. Keep doing what you do. Of course I still watch everybody's video. One thing about being a YouTuber is I watch YouTube. That's what made me want to do YouTube. I definitely watch the YouTubers and be like, man, I wish I could do that. And then I did it. Till this day I still watch videos, and that's another thing too that takes up my time. Watching videos. You watch a half-an-hour video of somebody talking, whoever you're subscribed to, next thing you know, oh, time to go to work. Oh, time to do this. Oh, time to, So you really got to take time to watch videos, especially if you're like a Warcraft buff like me, and I'll lead into that in a minute. But a lot of things, there's a whole lot of reasons. Like I said, sleep deprived, school's in session for the little one, obviously work, and everything else gets involved. So, can I sit here and wear my funny hat and wear my necklace and talk about small dash every time? No, I can't. But, Malice Doll put up his video recently, and they were talking about, Skylanders, are they dead and everything like that. And said something about, yeah, man, I'm kind of lost about what to talk about right now, because I could sit here and ramble about something, but you guys will tell that he's just talking just to talk. I want to hear him get involved in something he's into. And what am I into right now? And like Malice Doll said, obviously it goes without saying, but he says, talk about what you love. Warcraft. And why the hell am I not talking about something that's dear and dear to my heart? Something that's been released recently? Some kind of news? Maybe it's called Legion. Legion is the new expansion coming out. Legion. And I'm sitting here thinking, I have a YouTube channel and I'm not talking about it. Good thing my channel doesn't say Skylander Steve Smith, because that means all I do is talk about Skylanders. But since I'm free to go wherever the heck I want to go with the Steve Smith name, I could talk whatever I want to talk about, right? Anyways, so definitely shout out to Malice Doll, shout out to CoinOp TV. Making me go, hey, get back on the horse, man. Talk about something, man. Do something, man. So anyways, yeah, Legion is coming out, and I just want to give you my thoughts of, what I feel about it. Am I excited about it? And just a real quick recap. I'll go maybe more into detail about the about the expansion, but just kind of want to give you my opinion on the new expansion coming out in about 4 or 5 months. Not official release date, but everyone's kind of speculating around springtime, I think. So, which is fine, because that means whenever expansions are announced, everybody jumps back on Warcraft and resubscribes and tries to catch up and try to level the character up to what it is, 100 right now, just so they can be ready for the next expansion. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what happened. So, the very first expansion ever for Warcraft was called the Burning Crusade, and I remember standing there in midnight, just couldn't wait, man. The midnight release, the line was huge, and obviously over the years the lines didn't dwindle down. Matter of fact, sometimes they don't even do, I don't even know when's the last time they had a midnight release, but I can remember Burning Crusade was a huge, it was just cool to go there and listen to people, talk about how many characters at the time. At 60 was the highest level, how many 60s they got, which wasn't much because it took forever to get to 60, level 60 that is, by the way. And just the adventures that you went on in the game before the expansions came out was fun. But when they invited, yeah, hey, you want to come and be in the new expansion? Sure. But when they added Burning Crusade, this is when they announced the Blood Elves and the Draenei, which was, anytime before expansion hits, I always think to myself, what am I going to do? What am I going to make? Well, my whole theory when I bought this was to make a Blood Elf rogue, which till this day I still rock my main character is a Blood Elf Rogue. And you might ask yourself, I'm not going to go into all these boxes. What comes into these boxes? Beautiful works of art. Oh my goodness, did I just do that? Work of art. You get a mouse pad. You get a soundtrack. You get one of the best things I love about the whole box thing is this thing called a behind the scenes DVD. Love it. It's like an hour long goodies. Soundtrack, like I said, you get the actual, the CD copy. You're always digitally downloading it, but you always got the physical CD copy. Anyways, that's what's in these boxes, and of course I got all these boxes. We'll put that together later. But anytime an expansion comes out, and it was a beautiful expansion. Seriously, till this day, people talk about it. The best expansion because it had to do with Illidan, which was the main villain on the end of Black Temple. If anybody remembers that. I'm always playing catch up on these expansions, which is fine by me. I was never in the top rating guilds. I was never the top PvPer, but as long as I had fun, I had a blast, and I didn't mind catching up. So in order, catching up meaning it used to be, was it 40 man in Burning Crusade? I don't remember if it was 40 or 20. Maybe it was 20. I don't remember. So long ago, guys. Regardless, catching up means I get 4 or 5 people and we just go in a solo Black Temple, which is the raid that used to take 20 or 40 people. I forget how many it was. And I don't care because it's just like go at your own pace, get all the gear, and you might say, why would you want that gear if it's outdated? Because I have a thing called transmog, where if you want to look like something, you can go get the old gear, go in town, make yourself look like the old gear that people used to rock, and it's just cool to relive that. Anyways, so like I said, I'm always playing catch up in every expansion, and I don't care, I don't mind. It's still fun to me. But anyway, so that they announced the Blood Elves and the Draenei, which is a fun time. So, and then what did they come out with next? They came out with Wrath of the Lich King, which announced the Death Knights. That was their not super class, hero class, which you started at level 55, I believe it was. Which, in my opinion, it was cool. The character's great. I made my Death Knight right now is level 90. He's a Blood Death Knight, which means a tank Death Knight, which was fun. Fun to do in arenas, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But it was cool. But I'm an altaholic, not an alcoholic, an altaholic, which means I have many different alts, and I play all kinds of alts. Man, I got 11 characters, all 90 plus. And then I got other little alts. So I don't mind. I love playing different characters and different specs and But so when they came out with this, I was happy they had a new new class, which was the Death Knight. But what I didn't like is how they just gave us 55 levels. I liked leveling from level 1 all the way to the max level. I took pride in that, and that's what they kind of took away. But anyways, Lich King was the boss in this one, and epic. It was all about snow mountains and everything like that. But still, in the back of our mind, Burning Crusade was still nothing to beat Burning Crusade with the gear. The art style of it was crazy. Then they came out with what is this one? Cataclysm. Forgot. This one they just revamped the whole world that we knew already as Azeroth. They kind of made big old mountains, lavas. They made structures all burnt and crusty. From Deathwing was the villain in this one. Deathwing, and he came around every now and then when you were questing, and he would just burn the whole zone, and you would die. And it was just cool to see a big dragon fly around and stuff like that. But the zone, Deep Home, there's a story about Deep Home, one of the zones in here. It's the only thing I could really think about this one. Oh, and the underwater level, Vashir, I believe it's called. Oh my gosh. But other than that, and they announced goblins and worgans in this one, and that's when my goblin mage was made on this one. Still to this day having a blast with my mage. But that's the only thing I can say about this. That's okay, but still, Burning Crusade was the one in the back of our mind saying, still, the art style, the zones, and being the very first expansion, it's hard to beat it. I don't care what they come out with. It's so hard to beat Burning Crusade. Then they came out with little panda bears. Mr. Pandaria. It's almost comical. People thought they were joking when they announced this expansion, and no, they weren't joking at all. People were like, "Are you kidding me? Panda bears, monks for the new class." I still monk is probably one of my least favorite characters class to play because it's just kind of confusing. All I imagine them doing, all you see them in PvP is going doing the fist to fist, whatever the heck, whatever, I don't know what it's called, I forget, Fist of Fury, and they do a spinning kick, and they take off. That's it. That's all I see them doing. It doesn't seem like that doesn't seem fun to me. But there's healing spec, tank spec, and a DPS spec. But anyways, the best part about this was the fact that it was an Oriental theme, which if you didn't know, I lived in Japan for a while, 6 years. So the music and the art style was definitely hit home with me. The monk that they announced, not a big fan of. The panda bears, it looks comical. They big old fat pot-belly panda bears running around. It's not very, I don't know. Supposedly it's part of the lore of the story for Warcraft, pandas are, but I just don't see that. I don't see it. I just think it's just something they... Anyways, the next expansion they came out with, everybody, was Warlords of Draenor. Warlords of Draenor. And supposedly this is a fail in the Warcraft community. They came out with garrisons, which is like you built your own city. We built this city from rock and roll. Yeah. Anyways, you build your own city, and I, till this day, don't care a damn about that. I don't care about garrisons. The only thing I play about Warcraft, the only thing I like about Warcraft is getting the gear that looks cool, putting it on, going to PvP, and whipping them buns up, if you know what I'm talking about. That's all I really care about. I don't care about looking for raids. I don't care about raiding anymore. I don't have the time. I can't sit here for, 5 hours, 6 hours at a time with a whole bunch of people online. I used to do it. I used to do it craziness. And vanilla is the beginning of Warcraft. Can't do it now. Got a little one, got work, got wifey, got dinners. You can't sit there for 5 hours and do a raid. I mean, I can't do it. I could PvP. I could knock 20 minutes, 30 minutes out and go, just like any game we play. But anyways, Warlords of Draenor, supposedly this is a fail. There wasn't a whole lot of 5-man dungeons. The rating, I guess, wasn't that great. From what I hear, I'm not into that, so I don't know. But I just got it because you got to level up to 100, right? This is when you level up to 100. And what else did they announce? I think they just, and they make the game, now it's so confusing. The storyline with Draenor, everybody's like, wait, we already went through the portal through Burning Crusade. Why are we going through the portal again? It's like, I don't know if they should have went that route. It's real. They could have done anything, and they decided to kind of, they thought maybe if they added the portal, but they changed the storyline. It's so confusing, guys. If you're not into Warcraft, I don't even want to get into it. It was just a part that everybody was like scratching their heads. And supposedly this is the fail of expansions, and I think they knew that. So what they announced was World of Warcraft Legion. And what are they doing? They're going back to what made Warcraft expansions fun. They're going back to the Burning Crusade. The Burning Crusade was all about the Legion back then invading and everything, and Illidan was the top dog. But anyways, we're going back now to this. There's another crusade coming, and it's the Legion. And so and what they're bringing is the Demon Hunter, is the new hero class, which looks so exciting. So they're definitely going back to the what they know that works. So they're gonna revisit the storyline, and they're gonna bring back the Illidari, which is a race of the offspring of Illidan. So it's definitely gonna be cool to see how that works. And the new class is gonna be Demon Hunter, like I said, which my favorite class is a rogue, and what he mainly does is stealth. And what do demon hunters do? They can see stealth! So that's going to be a problem for me when I'm PvPing, and all of a sudden I'm cruising up on somebody all stealth like this, and he just hits his little, I forget what the name of it is, but he basically can see me, and he can tag me, and that's not going to be good. That's just, he can see hunters that can stealth, he can see mages that can stealth, he can see druids that can stealth, so it's definitely, but you know what, if you can't beat him, join him, and I will definitely be making me a demon hunter, and I don't know if it's going to be a blood elf or a night elf, because that's the two races a night elf demon hunter or a blood elf demon hunter, but they're not called that, they're called Illidaris or something. Anyways, everybody, so that was it, man. I just want to let you guys know that I'm excited about Legion. It's coming, and where I've been, what's going on. Legion's coming out, and I just want to kind of do, I'm thinking about doing, through all my years of playing Warcraft, all my years, you would have bet your buns that there's been some crazy stories. I don't just get on there, log on, do PvP, and log out. It's a freaking world of Warcraft. So that means there's stuff that happens in the world. That means there's stories. That means there's people getting mad and real. I used to work with guys. We used to have arguments at work, real life stuff. I mean, it is people. It's crazy. People get married on this game. Yes, they get married. They find each other. Blah blah. I didn't. I found mine at a dance club. Dance club. But anyways, so many stories with each character, and I think I want to take the best story out of each of my characters, and I want to tell you what happened. What maybe a little, just a little story of what the adventure I went on, the best adventure I went on in the 10 years. What is it? 2015 started 2005. Yeah. So definitely maybe the best story of each class that I had, and I kind of express that to you guys. And I've already been writing them down, and just let me know if you guys want to hear those stories. They're pretty interesting. But yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm excited about Legion. Like I said, in 4 or 5 months, I'm going to be rocking and rolling with some Demon Hunters, and you know, and like I said, they're going back to what works. It's all about the Burning Crusade Legion. Legion's going to attack Azeroth, and we're not going to let it happen. Anyways, everybody, so there's where I've been. That's what I've been up to. Congratulations on 100K subscribers. Coin up. And where's the next wave of Skylanders? Where's the next wave of Skylanders?